be ringing. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will start this game off. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's not the option they were looking for. You know, you want to run that option and maybe pitch the football, but that play looked dead from the jump, and the QB had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't put the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Running with power. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here for me.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Mississippi State going up tempo. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. From the gun, the ground game. Rams him with the stiff arm. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Defense in press coverage. From the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense was one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. 1st down here for the offense. Going to the running game. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They're trying to get to it. Got it behind the line. It's Myers. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires left. Rolls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of and get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He'll do it himself. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
At the 35, he's got room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's got his man. They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
South Carolina, 14, Mississippi State, 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Mississippi State right back to the line. The play action fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Snapped it in the shotgun. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Number 25 in the end zone.
And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Going up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. There's a timeout called. This offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards. Touchdown, South Carolina. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Starkville.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Get set, get set.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On second down, just keeps firing. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how about this defense? Really answering the challenge so far today. This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Mississippi State, 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
To the ground. He's got it again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. The Gamecocks have moved it inside the 20. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try the run. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow.